Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Versus Night. Tonight I will be comparing Battle of the Bulge from 1965 versus Battle of the Bulge Wunderland from 2018. So let's get started on this one with the cast. Battle of the Bulge stars Henry Fonda, Robert Shaw, Telly Savalas, Robert Ryan, Dana Andrews, and Charles Bronson. Battle of the Bulge Wunderland stars Stephen Luke, Tom Berenger, Mikhail Bergeron, Aaron Carteau, Cody Flory, and Adam Simon. Yeah, as you could tell with that comparison between the two casts on here, it's already obvious where this one's going. Battle of the Bulge 1965 had an amazing group of actors in it. Henry Fonda playing a really great leader who nobody was listening to. To Robert Shaw playing the awesome Nazi tank commander. His performance in this just is a huge standout in the film. One of my favorite performances of Robert Shaw's career, other than Jaws. And then you have Telly Savalas, and he's always great. Excellent in his role as well, and just fun with his character. And then, of course, Robert Ryan, always really good as the, staunch military kind of characters. Really good at playing those kind of characters. Dana Andrews is the same way. He's perfect for those kind of roles. And then, of course, you have the everyday man, Charles Bronson. And he's so perfect in here, in his soldier role in here. What do you have on Wunderland? Stephen Luke. I don't know who he is. Some guy that just likes to do these low-budget war movies. Tom Berenger is the biggest name they have in that movie. And he's just given a lackluster, small, little role. The rest of them, they're just like Stephen Luke. They're nobodies. Nobody you can tell. And their acting is fair. Nothing on par with the Battle of the Bulge's cast. So this one's an easy one for me. Battle of the Bulge 1965 wins this one. All right, so let's move on to location and details. Although not exactly historically accurate, the locations and the snow-capped backgrounds are striking in Battle of the Bulge. It is just such a perfect location. And like I said, even though some of the actual details that actually happen, some of this is kind of twisted around for entertainment value, it is still a very good representation of what the Battle of the Bulge, real battle, was most likely like. Battle of the Bulge Wunderland is very inaccurate for its location for filming, as it is apparent that the film was shot in a U.S. locale, which was in Big Lake, Minnesota. And to try and make it look snow-capped and make it look really, not even close to what Battle of the Bulge was, but, they add snow coming down in front of the screen filters to settings that don't even have snow on the ground in the scenes. Very shabbily done there. And the scenes that they do have snow on the ground, hell, it looks like the snow on the ground that you'd get around here where I'm at in Arkansas. not much snow on the ground at all when you get snow, you know. Most snow we ever got around here was maybe 5 inches. Nothing near the knee-high high of snow that you got in the Battle of the Bulge. So this is another easy win for Battle of the Bulge 1965. All right, so let's move on to story. Now, with Battle of the Bulge, although the characters are not real-life people in the film, the overall story feels much more authentic. Henry Fonda's character is not a real military character. He's kind of an amalgamation of other characters, probably. Robert Shaw is not a real Nazi tank commander. He's based on someone else, and someone else that didn't get killed in battle like Robert Shaw does in this film. But it doesn't matter because the story feels more authentic. Whereas Battle of the Bulge, Wunderland, it is obvious that the film had an extremely low budget, but the writing here is completely uninspired and boring. The dialogue between the characters just has no bite. Even when Tom Berenger's on the screen and he's commanding Stephen Luke's character in there, it's just, there's nothing to it. So this is another easy win for Battle of the Bulge 1965. All right, so let's move on to direction, even though it's already a foregone conclusion which film is going to win this. Battle of the Bulge was directed by Ken Anakin. Battle of the Bulge Wunderland was directed by Luke Schulzel, a.k.a. the actor in this, Stephen Luke. Ken Anakin's direction of the legendary actors that he has in this is very well done. They all feel like real characters, as I said in the story, where everything comes off as authentic. It feels real. Even though some of it is exaggerated for entertainment value, it feels real. It doesn't never once make you think, oh man, this is horrible. That is not the case with Battle of the Bulge Wunderland, where Luke Schulzel, Stephen Luke, like I said, he is shooting in Big Lake, Minnesota. He is putting filters over the screen. Hell, just to give you an idea of how this comparison is so one-sided in favor of Battle of the Bulge 1965. Battle of the Bulge Wunderland, Luke Schulzel used Adobe Premiere to edit this thing. Yeah. Hollywood editing versus Adobe Premiere. It is apparent that this film was just a really, really low-budget film. And that's fine if you want to make a low-budget war film like some of these others that he might have directed. I haven't seen some of them, but, I mean, as long as it's not taking a historical event and just, it is so uninspired the way that it is done. I mean, just to give you an idea of this, William Conrad does the narration at the very beginning of Battle of the Bulge 1965. There's no crawl of text coming up through the screen like there is in Battle of the Bulge Wonderland. And even though some of the stuff that William Conrad is saying is factually inaccurate, just having him narrate it makes it feel special. You don't get that with Battle of the Bulge. You get a little text coming on the screen telling you about what you're in store for. That's it. And another thing about Battle of the Bulge Wonderland, it is credited as a movie that is an hour and 35 minutes in length. It is not. This movie's like an hour and 20 minutes. And then the rest of the time is all credits. Because they decided to list every real life person who was involved in the Battle of the Bulge after their regular end credits have already went through. So, and this crawl is not like a regular credits to where it's just going up like this. It's going up like this. Slow as hell. Hence the reason why you get this whole additional 15 minutes added on to this film. And when I saw that it was only, and when I found out it was only an hour and 20 minutes, I was relieved, because I don't think I could have stomached sitting through another 15 minutes of what this guy did with a great battle like the Battle of the Bulge. So, this is going to go to Battle of the Bulge 1965 easily. All right, so that's another big, huge win with a 4-0 ratio for Battle of the Bulge 1965. But what do you think of these two films? Have you seen both of these? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to a post right now where you can request a movie, TV show, or ranking video of your choosing. And once I do that video, it will go up on the channel for Plus members exclusively for a limited time, and then eventually it will come to everyone else on the channel. So if you want to get interactive, now is your chance. Well, that's the end of another Versus Night. If you missed last week's Versus Night, check out the link up in here. Or if you've missed any of the other Versus Nights, check out our playlist and see anything that you have missed.